Hey, Spirit of Christ Church family, Jesse still here. Just wanted to come at you and give you a little update on our policies for corporate gatherings. It's been over a year now since COVID 19 kind of changed the face of the whole globe, and it's been an interesting ride for all of us, challenging for all of us. And if you remember, at first we shut down our in person gatherings for just a short time, for a couple months, and put everything out virtual, even did Easter virtual, which is actually kind of a fun and unique experience. And we've learned so much now and have been able to maintain, even since re engaging in person services soon thereafter, and have learned to do virtual streaming as well, and are continuing to improve and do our very best to offer the very best virtual experience while having our in-person gatherings. I think we learned a lot through that time, sure how to use our technology, but also I think impressed on all of us the preciousness of being together in person and those gatherings, and how valuable it is to meet together. And so I'm glad, so blessed that we have had the privilege for many, many, many months now to continue to gather in our building in a way that we feel has been the best for as many people as possible. I know that the story has been different for many other churches who've taken different approaches, some who only reopened recently, and some who still remain virtual to this day. What a wild ride. I consider it such an honor every time that we gather in person. Our times together in the past year have been so incredibly sweet and so precious with the presence of the Holy Spirit. And I can say that even from the other side of the video screen, when I was sick and in quarantine, just still experienced the sweetness of the presence of God that rests upon this spiritual family. I am so grateful for his presence with us whenever and however we have the opportunity to gather. But I want you to know that we as a leadership have had hours and hours of conversation and prayer all through this journey about how to manage the current cultural situation in the way that is the most loving, the most wise and biblical way that we know how. And that has always been our aim. And I'll say, I know we haven't done it perfectly. And I think for every person, there is a sense of not getting exactly what we all wanted. There's a sense of needing to bend and to compromise all throughout this journey, from every side and opinion, because there is a multitude of opinions on how best to do this. But I just want to tell you that in the recent days, we are now beginning to come to a place where, as we consider the factor of the state of our current membership, and the state of our state, the current trends, as we listen to medical experts, we are wanting to take some steps forward in these days. We're hoping within the next couple of weeks to implement a change where, when folks are with us in person and spaced out and seated, so mainly during the sermon time, where people would be allowed to remove their masks during that time, much the same way they would in a dine-in restaurant. So while we're seated and spaced out, we would like to move that way as soon as we can. And we are, again, watching those 4 factors I mentioned as we move ahead. And then we are setting a trajectory to where hopefully within the next season, maybe months, where we could have a completely mask optional in-person gathering. Mask optional, meaning you wouldn't be required to wear a mask, but if for your own comfortability or safety you felt that it was necessary, we would honor and encourage and respect that choice as well. And I wanted to let you know about these changes before they happen, so that you know and maybe understand the process that's going into all of this. Again, we've had hours of discussion as a leadership. We've been listening to our members. We've been watching trends, listening to medical experts. We are really trying to guide as best we can where the Lord seems to be leading us as a spiritual family. So I thank you for your patience in that, and also, again, want to affirm the great amount of love and kindness that you all have shown to one another in this journey. And I'm so grateful to God that we have been very blessed in the midst of so much confusion, so much tragedy, that we've grown as a people, that the Holy Spirit has matured us, has continued to speak to us and move through our prayer gatherings. And we are such a blessed people. We'll keep you informed as the days go ahead, and we welcome your input and feedback on this journey as well. You are loved, and we're so glad you're a part of our spiritual family.